Welcome to another edition of Flipping Grand Bahama News, where we concentrate on the developments in Grand Bahama, the Bahamas, and around the region. I'm your host, Yasmin Popescu. We'll be back after a few words from our sponsors. Flipping Grand Bahama. It's all about looking at where we are and working on ways to make us better. We're also giving updates on new and exciting things that are going on the island. Catch us every Tuesday and Friday, and coming soon, video news on Thursdays. Flipping Grand Bahama. We're keeping you informed. Dr. David Allen was the guest speaker at the Grand Bahama Chamber of Commerce meeting yesterday, addressing the topic, the impact of crime and violence on business and the wider community. And here's what he had to say.
But if we could intervene in the hurt of children, save the children, before that sponge or heart gets casted over with fear and shame and hurt, if we could, what a difference it would make. Those murders, 19 to 24, 10 years ago, they were what? 9 and 10. We could have easily reached them. It's much harder to reach them now when they've gun and they can't get control. Because people, why not start now? Why not get a group together and go at it?
One young lady is putting her all into her passion and bringing fashion to Grand Bahama. No, she's not the first fashion designer on Grand Bahama, but in her nearly 20 years, she's ready to take on the world. Esther Cooper, who came out of school about 4 years ago, has started her own fashion design business and wants to help others to pursue their dreams in the fashion industry. Recently, she announced that she will be hosting the first Fashion Week in the Bahamas, right here in Grand Bahama. In a recent interview, she said that she was interested in bringing more life to Grand Bahama and to showcase the works of our local designers and bringing in designers from around the world. Very ambitious, but we wish her well and look forward to covering the progress of this dream. Fashion Week is set to take place March 22nd to 28th, 2015. Also, for persons in Grand Bahama needing a getaway but can't afford to do so, Raquel Hart and her team began a new business called Secret Rendezvous.
And so it's bringing theme concepts and affordable theme concepts here on the island. And so we've had clients who've said they didn't have an opportunity to go on a honeymoon. And we have a client who wanted to go to Hawaii. So we're actually transforming this space to replicate Hawaii. And so could you imagine the cost for this couple to have to travel to Hawaii for perhaps a weekend or week stay? And so imagine that cut in a quarter, not even a half, in a quarter, and it's right here on the island of Grand Bahama, secretly tucked away in a nice, beautiful, spacious location where you can enjoy all of the modern amenities, but yet still feel that you're away from home. And it's not only here on Grand Bahama. The primary location is here on Grand Bahama, but we have affiliate locations in New Providence, Exuma, Abaco, and Harbor Island as well. And so wherever our clients want to go, we can take them there. We have private planes available. We also have yacht services available as well. And so when you want to have that experience that you've never had before, Secret Rendezvous is the place to come. And so just feel free to give us a call. We make it happen.
All the best to you, Ms. Hart. In news from the Grand Bahama Port Authority, a group led by President Ian Roll recently attended the annual Cruise Shipping Miami Conference and Exhibition, CSM. The conference this year, the group said, provided them with the perfect networking and B2B environment to promote the advantages of Grand Bahama as a premier cruise destination. Roll said following a successful cruise call at Port Lucaya by Costa Luminosa and the positive feedback from its passengers, CSM presented the ideal opportunity to continue promoting Grand Bahama as a fuel-efficient destination with the unique advantage of two ports of call, Port Lucaya and Freeport Harbor. He added that Grand Bahama's convenient location on cruise routes is a major advantage. So the focus, he said, is now on building tour capacity and creating unique experiences that will attract more passengers ashore. By speaking directly with the lines, he said, they are able to garner valuable input to develop these unique tours, thereby creating value for our guests and a much more positive experience on the island. The 2014 CSM Conference and Exhibition took place over 4 days at the Miami Beach Convention Center. The annual conference plays host to more than 10,000 of the movers and shakers of the cruise industry each year. This week, Alert Diver is hosting a Bahamas Underwater Photo Week featuring the works of 4 professional underwater photographers and 1 filmmaker, who will all be capturing images in 10 separate locations throughout the islands. This event is being sponsored by the Out Island Promotion Board, Grand Bahama Promotion Board, the Bahamas Ministry of Tourism, and the Bahamas Dive Association, and is expected to air on Wet Pixel, as well as images shot during the event being featured in Alert Diver in their fall 2014 edition. In all, they will be covering 10 islands: Grand Bahama, Abaco, Bimini, Cat Island, Andros, Exuma, Long Island, Conception, San Salvador, and New Providence. We'll be back with national news. Flipping Grand Bahama. It's all about looking at where we are and working on ways to make us better. We're also giving updates on new and exciting things that are going on the island. Catch us every Tuesday and Friday, and coming soon, video news on Thursdays. Flipping Grand Bahama. We're keeping you informed. Welcome back. This past Monday, May 26th, the United States Embassy commemorated Memorial Day with a wreath-laying ceremony at Clifton Pier in memory of fallen comrades and military veterans. Special recognition was given to U.S. Patrol Squadron 23 sailors who died off the coast of Nassau on May 7, 1954. Bahamian Private First Class Norman Darling, who died in the Iraq War in 2014. And an unfortunate addition to this year's ceremony, Sergeant Errol McKinney, U.S. Army, a Bahamian killed in a motorcycle accident in 2013 shortly after a visit to Fort Bliss, Texas, following a deployment to Afghanistan. This is an annual event which includes representatives from the U.S. Embassy to the Bahamas, our Bahamian counterparts in law enforcement, and other governmental officials. It was at the site of the memorial to Patrol Squadron 23 to commemorate the 10 U.S. crew members who lost their lives during a fateful training mission off the coast of Nassau. His Excellency Sir Arthur Folkes, Governor General of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, and other officials, as well as family members of the fallen sailors, gave remarks at the ceremony. In news from the Bahamas Financial Services recently, the Bahamas International Securities Exchange, BISX, announced that the Hudson Investment and Arbitrage Fund Limited and FitPart Diversified Strategies Professional Fund Limited both successfully completed the BISX mutual funds listing process and are now on the roster of funds listed on the exchange. Hudson Investment and Arbitrage Fund Limited is a professional investment fund under the Investment Fund Act 2003, incorporated under the International Business Companies Act 2000. This fund is a non-diversified, open-ended investment fund which seeks capital appreciation by investing in a variety of instruments and financial products. FitPark Diversified Strategies Professional Fund Limited is also a professional investment fund and is incorporated under the International Business Companies Act 2000. This fund is a non-diversified open-ended investment fund which seeks capital appreciation by investment in a variety of instruments and financial products. BISIC's Chief Executive Officer, Keith Davies, said in a release that they are pleased to add 2 more mutual funds to our mutual fund listing facility and are pleased that Credit Suisse Nassau branch has offered our mutual fund listing facility as a value-added service to its clients. Bahama reported on Tuesday 150 students participated in the first graduation exercise for Bahama's Leadership Development Institute, a nonprofit training institute supported by the luxury resort. The students, chosen from 3,500 applicants, were said to have been selected to enter the challenging program to receive training in day and evening classes as part of Bahama's multi-million-dollar investment in training and recruiting Bahamians for more than 4,000 jobs. The 16-week day classes for men and women ages 16 to 24 provided communication skills and soft skills such as time management that can enable them to better function as employees in the workplace. Additionally, the course taught job readiness, leadership, numeracy, and parenting skills. The evening classes provided enhanced workplace skills for persons aged 25 and older. Paul Pusateri, Bahama's Chief Operating Officer, said they are developing a world-class service culture at Bahama and LDI is an important part of that formula, adding that these students should be commended for their dedication to this training and for their willingness to invest in themselves. He said it's hard work, but that it will truly prepare them to work among the best in the hospitality industry. Candidates who successfully demonstrate a commitment to Bahama's standards during the course will be extended an offer to employment at Bahama in job areas such as food and beverage, housekeeping, cleaning services, grounds maintenance, and security. The graduation ceremony was held at the Melia Nassau Beach Resort. Also, graduation ceremonies are being held this week at the College of the Bahamas. According to a release, the newest commencement class of the College of the Bahamas are participating in the graduation exercise over the next 2 weeks that will celebrate their accomplishments in New Providence and in Grand Bahama. The college is conferring degrees, diplomas, and certificates on more than 300 students who concluded their academic programs in spring 2014. In New Providence, the commencement activities began on Tuesday in the foyer of the Harry C. Moore Library and Information Center at the College of the Bahamas Oatsfield campus for teacher commissioning. Another bachelorette service was held at the Holy Trinity Anglican Church, Trinity Way, Staple Gardens. An award ceremony was held on Wednesday in the foyer of the Harry C. Moore Library and Information Center and the College of the Bahamas Oaksfield campus. Then today, there was the Spring 2014 commencement ceremony at the Bahamas Faith Ministries Diplomat Center on Carmichael Road. Next week, Thomas M. Dulat, President of Bahama, will be the guest speaker during the Grand Bahama commencement activities on Wednesday, June 4th in the Life Community Church, Polaris Drive, Caravel Beach. Then next Thursday, the Spring 2014 commencement ceremony will be held in the ballroom of the Grand Lucayan, where Nakira Gaskin-Wilshcombe, Environmental Manager, Grand Bahama Port Authority, will be the speaker. Grand Bahama. It's all about looking at where we are and working on ways to make us better. We're also giving updates on new and exciting things that are going on the island. Catch us every Tuesday and Friday, and coming soon, video news on Thursdays. Flipping Grand Bahama. We're keeping you informed. In Caribbean news, the 34th meeting of the Community Council of Ministers of the Caribbean Community deliberated on the third draft of the CARICOM 5-year strategic plan when the council met on Thursday, 22nd of May in the CARICOM Secretariat in Georgetown, Guyana. The two-day meeting, which concluded last Friday, 23rd of May, was held under the chairmanship of Senator the Honorable Camilo Gonzalez, Minister of Foreign Affairs, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. A summary outline of the strategic framework of the plan was tabled at the 25th intersessional meeting held in St. Vincent and the Grenadines in March. Following the intersessional meeting, a revised full draft of the plan was prepared and considered by the change drivers and community institutions in early April. On the basis of comments provided, a further iteration was generated and circulation of the change drivers on the 13th of May 2014. A key issue for attention was the need to identify and seek agreement from heads of government on a very narrow range of priorities to be accorded top priority attention for implementation over the 5-year period. The Community Council of Ministers also discussed other matters in relation to the provisional agenda for the 35th regular meeting of the Conference of Heads of Government of the Caribbean Community. Flipping Grand Bahama. It's all about looking at where we are and working on ways to make us better. We're also giving updates on new and exciting things that are going on the island. Catch us every Tuesday and Friday, and coming soon, video news on Thursdays. Flipping Grand Bahama. We're keeping you informed. In international news, in the latest report from the International Monetary Fund, the Bahamas said the executive directors emphasized the Bahamas' key policy priority is to strengthen public finances, improve competitiveness, and begin rebuilding. The report said directors underscored the importance of measures to improve the business environment, develop infrastructure, enhance human capital, and promote economic diversification, adding that they welcome the finding of the Financial Sector Stability Assessment that there are no immediate threats to financial stability. Economic activity remains tepid, it said, noting that unemployment is high and inflation is subdued. The fiscal and external positions have weakened, with reserves declining towards wearisome levels. Non-performing loans are elevated, but the financial system is well capitalized and liquid. The authorities need to implement comprehensive policies to curb the central government deficit and reduce debt to comfortable levels. To improve the external position and rebuild eroding reserves, the authorities should rigorously implement fiscal consolidation and intensify efforts to diversify tourism and exports. Identified structural impediments to growth should be removed expeditiously, with the authority's comprehensive growth strategy finalized by the announced deadline of late 2014. Close monitoring of credit risk is required in view of persistently elevated non-performing loans, and financial crisis prevention and resolution frameworks should be promptly strengthened. These were just a few ideas on what the Bahamas should be doing. Thanks for watching. I'm Yasmin Popescu, and this is Flipping Grand Bahama News. We look forward to seeing you again next week. Don't forget to subscribe and to share. If you want to sponsor and be included in the news, call us at 727-6909. That's 727-6909. Until then, be good.